Hi, I'm Jaimie. Initially, we were gonna go out to the pumpkin patch, and I was gonna videotape that, but our youngest goddaughter, she got sick. I decided that I'm going to do my coming out story. My parents knew I was gay since I was little. I just didn't know about it. I was a tomboy growing up. Like, I used to play sports, had all these guy friends. I grew up with four sisters in my mom's house because my parents were never together. So I have four sisters with my mom, but then my dad, um, he got remarried, and I had, a stepbrother. Then they had a boy, and then she had another girl. So it was, two girls, two boys over there. So my stepmom used to, I guess, tease my dad and my mom by telling them that, because I was so boyish, that I was going to end up being a lesbian. Like, that I'm gay. And she actually said the same thing about my cousin Sean, that, he grew up with all women in his house, so he was very feminine. And she used to say, he was going to turn out gay. Being a normal teenager, you try to resist what your parents say and completely go against anything that they think that you are or try to tell you that you are. So, of course, I started dating guys. I had boyfriends and tried to prove to them that, I wasn't what they said. I could do what I wanted. I was who I was, and it was my choice, not theirs. I moved around a lot, so I'd go to a different school. Every time I went to a new school, I would always try to pick out, like the it crew, pretty much. Like some of the most popular girls or the prettiest ones, and I would try to become friends with them. And I played it off as, I just wanted to be their friend, sort of thing. It wasn't until I graduated high school, went to college, that I started to kind of figure out, like, what I wanted, what was going on with me and everything. And I did have a boyfriend in college as well, and I joined a sorority, and I tried to do the whole girly thing. Well, didn't quite work out for me. It just, those feelings weren't there. So after my first year of college, I actually decided to join the military. And I joined the Army. Halfway through, I got a new roommate, and she was openly gay. So we actually spent a lot of time together, and we got to talking and figuring things out. So when I finally came back home, started going to gay bars and sort of immersing myself in the gay scene. I still hadn't told anybody yet, and I didn't really have to because I had my own apartment and I was doing my own thing, so like I wasn't really around my parents or my family that much. So I was in the reserves for 2 years, and then I decided to join active duty. Well, as a little going away party, I went to one of the gay bars that I frequented down in Detroit, and I wasn't intending on going there that night, but I did anyway. And then that's when I met Ashlee. So she was going to spend the weekend with me before I left. Turns out my mom came down. My mom brought my 3 younger sisters with her, and they came down to help me move. And so we ended up, packing everything up, and they helped me put it all in a storage unit, and they met her, though. And my mom was immediately like, there's something going on. And of course, we denied it and tried to be like, oh, she's just my friend. So one day I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she actually asked me about, the girl that spent the weekend with us. And so I just came right out and told her, like, yeah, she's my girlfriend. We actually started dating, that weekend. We decided to have a long distance relationship and kind of see where it went. And so I just came right out and told her that, yeah, she's my girlfriend. I'm gay. And she was like totally cool with it. And she said, she still loved me, and that everyone knew. Like, apparently everybody knew. um, I called my dad also. I actually was talking to my stepmom first, and we kind of got in a fight over the phone. And I just came right out and said, well, you know what? I'm a lesbian. And trying to maybe see if that would piss her off or get a rise out of her, because we were, arguing. So I was just trying to say whatever I could, you know, piss her off pretty much. Um, so then, I also told my dad and told my brothers, and they were totally fine with it. It turns out a couple weeks later, or a little bit after that, my cousin Sean decided that he was going to come out to everyone as well and say that he was gay. So apparently they were right about both of us the entire time. They knew growing up that, I was going to become a lesbian and he was gay. I don't know how they knew it, and I wish they would have never told us, because I think we probably could have figured things out on our own, and we probably could have came out a little bit sooner had they not been putting that in our head that you're gay. The only person in my family that I did get a little bit of flack from, and that kind of pushed back at the idea, was my older sister. She's finally started to come around, and she understands that this isn't, this isn't something I'm going to grow out of. And she's actually starting to realize that if she wants me to be her sister, that she'll just deal with it. She'll love me for who I am no matter what. Now that she is pregnant and she's finally having a kid of her own and she's finally engaged, that she's starting to understand, that, yeah, she does need her family around her. It's the best thing I've ever done. Like, I was so shy and, closed off to everyone growing up. And when I finally came to the realization of who I am, and I finally came out and told everyone, that it was like a huge weight off of me. The best thing you can do is just be true to yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what you are or what you're not, and don't let their opinions affect, your happiness, who you become. Just be you.